So hey, what's up, Brickz? Let's see what it feels like. Let's just change it a little bit. It fell off the other one, so I gotta change it. Okay. Whew. Yeah. Oh, shit. There we go. Let's see. Open it a little higher, okay? And need some water. Hold on, Sticky. Gotta filter it. Freaking hungry. Fall off, watch. That's good enough. That's good. It almost fell off. I got wet like a mug. Hold on, hold on. I'm going a little bit, okay? All right? Stop getting wild. Can't play with that. Okay? Oh, I gotta throw that away, dude. I'm not eating that shit. I'm not eating that, man. Yeah, that's good. Gotta get these peppers going. Peppers going, man. You gotta get the peppers going, bruh. We gotta fix this too. He sold me this bullshit. This nigga sold me this bullshit, bro. I almost want to punch him in his fucking mouth. If you only knew, some people aren't. You want me to turn the AC on? It's too hot. He was sleeping quite a bit, bro. You ain't gonna have me up all night with that meow stuff. We gotta take this apart, bro. I need the star key. Thought I left one over here. Yeah, here we go. I did. bro. I ain't got nothing for you, bro. You got pain? This is the magnetic. You must want to charge me $12.50 tax. Nope, getting it off Amazon. Damn, that was 2 in 1. Upside down. We got a vacuum. You get the kitty litter over here, bro. Huh? Alright. I know you're not hungry because you got food everywhere, and that's not good for me to do that. Okay. Alright. I gotta use that plate. See, this is the SIG Romeo. The problem is, even though this is not made there, this was assembled in China. Therefore, it doesn't take real good on battery. Now, if it was made here, it'd be different. It'd be better quality. But because you got some military individuals who sold out and this new generation of veterans, and they try to move along because they got dumb people, veterans who are ignorant because we served together, instead of going, wait a minute, something's not right with this individual. That's what we got to contest with. I got to break this all the way down. I got to remove that rubber seal. I got to pull that RTV seal out. This is how we do it, baby. Pull this out. I got to get the X-Acto knife. Take the top part off, and then we can. I got to screw this out. I got to screw this all the way out. And once I take that out, then we can work on the innards. That's going to be hard to get up. Cat talk. Man, my hands are tough. Oh man, that thing is hard. It's in there. I think I got to take the witch claw off first. I gotta go upstairs get my other tools. I think I gotta pull.
Potential spam.
Go! Nothing can stop me.
Nothing can stop you. I'm on my way up. Excuse me, Papa. You're fine. I know you're watching me. You watch me when I work all the time. You stay right there. I'm gonna put this right here, okay, Papa? There you go. Come on, over here. Up. Come on, move over. Come on. Gotta place the order before I start. It's gonna be a little while today because we'll read. Okay, I gotta get that tool. I'm gonna pop that all the way out. I'm gonna take this one and pop this. Both of these gotta come out. Holy shit. Shoot. Okay. That's gotta go in. Okay, cool. I know you're like, well, you learn how to do that. It's not complicated, buddy. So we got to pull that RTV out. Take the strap, put this on the vise, and screw that all the way out, and then pull that out. Jeez. So we can realign the sight. Okay. Oh, dude, this is going to be some work. I got a clamp. I got to pop that out. Okay. Got to pop that out too. Yeah. My eyes have gotten so much better, but close where I used to see real good, I have to really focus. Okay, there we go. Oh, I had to relax my eyes. There we go. My eyes have gotten so much better since I've been sun gazing. Like I drive, I can read something. Like it's unbelievable. That's the RTV. Yeah, that's the RTV. It's the RGB. I don't know. Okay, so Let me break this down the rest of the way later. Green tea, honey, and lemon. Oh, that's so good. Hold on, Papa Doc. Okay, let me pull this up again. Y'all know that, excuse me. It's funny how Tecumseh, based on Middle America, South America, it doesn't matter, how they did their best to whitewash his. Remember I showed his original picture. Now the drawing shows him elusively with round eyes and everything. Stop. Don't mess with that, Papa. Okay? And even in this book, right here, George Jones, okay, to which we describe the Negro as being the Aborigine or Autochthonous. It doesn't matter what the Mongol or their little fake idiots who want to run around arguing with people on Facebook and all that. That's all the power they have. But even in this book, from George Jones, Antiquities, you remember it says, to the deep historic interests expressed by His Royal Highness, the Duke of Cambridge. Now we know that what this parlays to, concerning the Aborigines of America, may be traced the production of this work. It led the author originally to write the Israel Indian tragedy of Tecumseh. Now, and then people want to sit there and go, well, the relationship of the Jew and the Negro. It doesn't say Jew and the motherfucking Mongol or Mongol. That's their offspring. That's original people of our ancestral heritage changed when all of a sudden these pale skins pop up on the soil 4,000 to 6,000 years ago. Out of nowhere? No, they were created. We created them. A manifestation of an insurrection of miscorrections. You have a hard time accepting that? I really don't care. And then we teach them everything. Do you want to know again about the darkness of the occult mentality and how it subjugated and came into the mind? I know everybody wants to go to that Yakub, whatever. Those are our languages, our words. I told you that Tartary existed over 9,000 years ago. Nobody wants to accept that, right? Okay, I can dig it. But what permitted or allowed certain things to happen? If we've been here for millions, and we have, who is to say that certain dividends of us didn't ascend or elevate or become the perversion in doing so? So many things are hidden, and even from the idiots who are doing the dumb things they do. It doesn't matter, because the grail has always been upon you, and you need to snap up out of it and wake up. I don't want to hear about this person said this and this person that said that I've done. I don't care about what somebody else is saying, all right? Because they're all new at it anyway. I really had enough of that. Yeah. It's good to cross-reference his books, especially when he started talking about Christianity, this, that, and other, and nobody wants to go and study or pick up a book on Christanos or anything, because religion has subjugated you to such a dismal way of ideation. And Palestinians are having the hardest time now because they have nothing. So when we crush their little Christianity, we're not doing it for sacrilege or to destroy them. That the religion they've been given been founded on a basis of lies conscripted from our narrative and our existence in history. These stupid sons of bitches, as if they're going to create or make something that is going to better or be the betterment of life. It's not the case. So they have done their best. These so-called, that's the relationship between the fake-ass Jew and the Negro. Now don't bite my fucking tongue. Is his betrayal to all who walk it and who don't know it. That is it. This is not a Mongol or a Mongolian or a mongrel, okay? None of them were. All right, they're not ionized Cody. These drawings are supplement to subjugate of that which is from a black and white on yellow or silver. Us. And if you think they didn't have curly hair or curly long hair, and some with thick straight hair, then you're a nutcase. But what the problem is, some people have a hard time acclimating to them, some of their foremothers bearing the burden of the bastardizations that came here and sleeping with them, and them being taught by their ancestors and striking out at them. Now there is a picture where Tecumseh has an afro. Not an afro as you perceive, but short and curly, all right? And the clothes that they're wearing are for battle, because they could wear armor and stuff over it. They have given you a Hollywood fake Western narrative to paint a pretty picture of them as the tough guys, and it is nothing but blatant ass historical lies. Yes, I'm fixing this knucklehead, and I will keep it. I've got to take it completely apart because of course it was assembled in China because of greedy fucktards over here in America who claim to be veterans and everything else. Worthlessness. Could have made jobs for millions of people here and continue on, just like some of the people like Mick Mac and people who have been doing that, who haven't outsourced their business because it's 100% American made. I hate saying US fucking A. Okay, let's get into reading. Three-year-old James is fired up. I am pissed off at all the bullshit these monkeys have done. And so when one talks to me and they mention that shit based upon their fake world, I go all fucking in on them. Well, damn, you could have said this. Ah, fuck you. When I was saying it the other way, you didn't hear me. So I'm saying it the way you need to fucking hear it. And I don't care about how I fucking feel about it. Shit ain't complicated where you need a gimmicky fucking narrative to paint people over because they done bought into my booty holes, bam, Puff Diddy and Biggie's talking about suck your daddy's dick. Like, come on. Be careful. I said be careful. Excuse me. So I had a little month period of sharing videos that I thought, and some of me say, y'all see them, says, what say you? And these people are bothered. I love it. Well, I ain't heard shit yet. I'm gonna really fuck their heads up. Oh, and you can't sell your soul, people. You can make a deal, though, and become the fucking hypocrisy of idiot. Stop. Of stupidity. There's a lizard on the window. On the screen. Sunbathing. I was craving this like crazy. Black plum. Oh my goodness. My friend grows these. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. I'm gonna save the seed. And grow it, and regrow it. So I'm not gonna stick it all the way to the bone. I'm gonna leave that on there. Protect them. And germinate it. I'm gonna go out and pick up some plants on pots today. I've only got a few. I'm gonna germinate it today. Leave that right there. That's delicious. And the rest of my hands off is sticky, people. I don't touch my books like that. I'm right here, Bubba. What you doing? Give me that. Get it, Bubba. Get it, Bubba. Oh, you want some? Did I bring it down? I think I left it upstairs. It's upstairs, okay? I got one it's up in the cabinet. We'll get it after I get the rating, okay? I'll give him a treat. I'm giving him a treat. Kind of going easy at it. Okay? Can't have no peanut butter. All right, let's get into it. So how's it going, everybody? Let's go in Custodian Times. I'm going to start from there. Again, I'm going to show you this picture, okay? That looks like some Mongol or Mongolian to you? I want you to look carefully. God damn it, I don't care if you got to look it up or Google it and find it yourself. You know this is within my stock, okay? No. It's because it's fucking us. Man, I have literature to show you that some of the elders, the old wise elders, they used to climb up high, anywhere between 10 to 16 feet to give up the energy. They say give up the ghosts. That's where the term comes from. Because they had lived a long industrial, sometimes up to 500 years life. And they would give it to the ascension, to the ethers. Goddamn Mongol. All they did was took the movies and miseducated, because I told you they brought these motherfuckers here on boats and everything else. Then transported them where they need to educate them farther away from people, like they always do shit, like they're doing motherfuckers right now. And then let them out into the world after they made them work hard and gave them some kind of fake ass meaning. Mostly pale skins. And then because we weren't in our places, murdered, dead, and then working and then coming together to protect what we had. See, they don't tell you that history. And still fighting and still operating within Congress and being betrayed too, to find an easier way to stop the madness. Yes, my pale skin brothers, though y'all are waking up, you're becoming something worthy. A lot of your fucking people are sick, mental as fuck. Missing some fucking chromosomes. Somebody said, what about the X and Y chromosomes? Stop buying into the proliferation of science. Stop it. Because it would eradicate and remove you. It's being so fucking stupid. But Pharaoh said, fuck what that motherfucker said. Like, God dog, man. Oh. I just can't with some of you. And then you women, the fuck you gonna be something, you can't even step into your truth. Like I'm gonna build you up in your ignorance. The fuck is wrong with you? I'm just gonna go, yeah. And then there you go. Running off into your world of retardation. Fuck out of here. Get your fucking acts together first. Then we can build upon a motherfucking foundation that was a cornerstone laid long ago. Other than that, hell no. I turned the AC on, okay? Good, here we go. All right, this is going to be Custodians of Time. This is what I'm playing. You got all hyped up with the lizard on the screen. She's still there. Look like she's pregnant. Custodians of Time, Robbie Cottrell. We kill it, we save it, we rob, and we are robbed of it. We lose it, and it is with us everywhere we go. But none of us has the power to stop it marching or to stop it, period. Whether for good or bad. It's time. And as you last recall, excuse me, I believe we're in chapter 5. Session 5, in a time of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. And we know that's by George Orwell. And we had left off dealing with Egypt as far as murder and all that other stuff. In those early days, Egypt was relatively crime-free. Misdemeanors were mainly acted out by barbaric incomers, and our death penalty was rarely used. Okay, so here let's get into it. Retribution for a sin against the gods was always banishment. You would be exiled from your religious convictions that we saw in Judge Dredd and numerous other movies. The top person banished. Isn't that how you rewrite the narrative and create another allegory compared to how it was actually utilized? Hostile takeover, certain people put in certain positions, taught something that was never meant for them to be in that position to do, and then by way of torture, murder, poisoning, whatever, insert themselves into the vernacular and make the people believe in a lie. And then once that's done, you banish because you don't feel you have the power to kill a certain person in a higher tier. So you banish them and they take what was called the long walk. Like our ancestors, the death march. Because they said no more fighting. They didn't like it. Though they were very good at it. And to the enemy's surprise, because of the ignorant soldiers, it was a great thing. And so they could subjugate them now and eradicate them. So anyway, let's carry on. The punishment depended upon which god had been sinned against, and in severe cases, the result would be expulsion from Egypt. Now, Moshe, having obtained his 10 commandments from God, we know this narrative is included. Why? Well, we know the custodians play a big game. They're the major contort of this time. Was forced to wear a veil due to the fact that his face shone so brightly after his eyes had seen the Almighty. My country's name originates from the Greek Egyptos, which was the Greek pronunciation of the ancient Egyptian name Hotkwa, meaning the spirit of Ta. Now we know that the original Grecians, as well as the Greeks, were a Negro class, very dark, or end up to lighter shades. Now the custodians still recall events because there was no pale skins. Anyway, the custodians still recall events when time appeared to stand still. And for me, one such moment was the 23rd day of September 2017, when I beheld the great sign of alignment. I witnessed a woman clothed with the no pale skins. You were not around none of you during the Egyptian times. Crown of 12 stars sat upon her head again. I witnessed a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon was under her feet, and a crown, the moon under her feet. So was it lifted up as a sunlight? I'm just throwing it out there. Okay? And a crown of 12 stars set upon her head. She was pregnant and cried out in pain as she was about to give birth. Now, some believe that an astronomical alignment involving the constellations of Virgo and Leo almost sounds like Lilith, when it was a dark void and was nothing but water, and she moved across the water. And so the creators and them above transpired, and it says, and the turtle stood up. Do y'all remember the name of the turtle? And the land stood up, and she was able, because of the wells, to rest, whom she had made it a deal with. I have a story to tell. Now, the constellations of Virgo and Leo, and the sun, the moon, Mercury, Mars, Venus, and Jupiter occurred on that day to fulfill a prophecy. Are those the lands? Because we know that extraterrestrial means extra land. This sign has also been interpreted as the woman of the apocalypse, the beginning and the end. A common Christian interpretation is that the woman is Mary, or possibly ancient Israel. The man-child, are you aware that boys and girls were called girls? In origin, I am serious, Levitically. Was the woman to be first here? But what came first, the chicken or the egg? The woman. This is not to big their heads up, because their heads and their falsified egos can't handle the truth. And most of you niggas can't handle the truth either. The pale skins just shut the fuck up and sit in the corner. Now, a common Christian interpretation is that the woman is Mary, and woman is God, as is the man. For you idiots who don't know no better, or possibly ancient Israel. The man-child is the incarnate Yeshua in the body of Christ, and the woman's other children represent the Christian church. It is strange to custodians why the woman of the apocalypse and the four horsemen tales should frighten Christians so much. Throughout our history, of your civilization, the notion of an apocalyptic catastrophe has forever been with us. In one way or another, the image of such a disclosure, combined with the fearful termination of your world, will signal such a dire warning of a just cleansing of everything you consider dreadful and listen to me, and disorganized. You swear by destruction. You're livid in abominations, but you cry for the end of your subjugation. What do you think that entails? You're giving energy in an unorganized collective, and you are so unaware of what you're doing. And then the pains of those evil are crying and don't know that they're crying for you because of their ignorance. Anyway, now I wish to return to our symbols, specifically the tetract. How does it pronounce this word again? This word is funny. Tetractys, as in Greek, also known as the tetrad, or the tetratus, which this is a triangular figure consisting of 10 points. So y'all know what the word is. I can't stand it because I despise all this fake math. But anyway, 10 points arranged in 4 rows. There are 1, 2, 3, and 4 points in each row, which is the geometrical representation of the 4th triangular number as a mystical symbol, and it was important in the secret worship of Pythagoreanism. There happened to be 4 reasons, and this number was also associated with planetary motions in music. And we know that this is steeped in occultism, which is something we're supposed to be doing away with. Trust me when I tell you to do away with occultism. So when people come talking all big and yap, no math and da-da-da, tell them to shut the fuck up and move away from you. Just that simple. Take that shit and you further study it if you choose. Wasted energy. Trust me. The secret method of using, or you could take, tetractys means the tetra, what do you call it? Tetragram. Whatever the fuck it is, the 10-pointed star and all that shit. You ever seen the one that you can fold in and out? The little thing you could buy? Yeah. The secret method of using numbers was called gematria, which held a common practice throughout the Hebrew nation, the fall. And many numbers had a specific relevance to Hebrew history and their culture, especially their religious culture, to which didn't exist. It was a way of life. And the Hebrews had no specific numbering system, none needed. So therefore, there was no need for mathematics. But numbers were allocated as a consonant, as there were also no actual vowels, unnecessary. Didn't it just say that? So you see a game being played on a plane, and you must pull the puzzle pieces because they tell on themselves. Because there's nothing they can write without our history and knowledge. Must I read this again? Yeah, let me read this again. Because I know it's hard for those who listen to these motherfuckers who have had their ass whipped or raped or fondled or something like that to dismiss it because, you know, it feels some kind of fucking way. You take God and religion, Hebrew and Israelites and all this stuff, and don't even know where the terms come from, as if the fake fucking Ashkenazis were smart enough to create it. Oh, they're Jews. They're the fake motherfuckers, a term never utilized by our people. But, again, here we go. So here it goes. To the deep historic interest expressed by His Royal Highness, he sounds like he's got such a big stiff up his ass, the Duke of Cambridge, concerning the Aborigines, we know orthodoxness, of America, may we trace the production of this work. It led the author originally to write the Israel Indian tragedy of Tecumseh. They told you they came here and they had to speak Aramaic and Hebrew. What the fuck is the problem with you? Because you don't know what the fuck the language is? Because you got a bunch of motherfuckers running around speaking New Age languages in the Yamasee Nation? Forgot that the Yamasee Nation was not the Yamasee people, but the Yamasee fucking nation. That means comprised of many motherfucking people. So every time I see certain Negroes painted up with fucking bubblegum on their face, running around, don't even know the purpose of that to be hidden under a fucking iron helmet to not hide their identity, but for further pigmentation of the flowers, for better energy consumption and utilization. They can't tell you that, but they'll sit up there, with feathers in their head and nose thing through their nose bone through their, through their nose, and speak fucking a new made up half-ass language, not knowing their truth. And y'all will revel with these motherfuckers, which is not a bad thing. I'm just saying. Will anybody else say what I'm saying? No, because you know what? There'll be audience because, how dare you deny me my ass? Shut the fuck up. You don't even know your ancestors. The navigator who crossed the ice wall. I'm going to go fucking hard. You ain't got to worry about it. And ain't nobody going to stop shit. You're welcome to invite them over if you want. So they can throw around their little fake, fuck, made-up history, and I can smack them upside their motherfucking head and go, shut up with all that shit you spewing. It's no hate. I just don't appreciate people who speak hyphen. And they don't know what the fuck their truth is, other than this is their land, which is a fact. But all that other shit, it is so obscured and broken. And that's what happens with fucking wars. The navigator who crossed the ice walls, worlds beyond Antarctica, and also confound them. Mr. Claudio Nocelli, he does have a new book out, I believe. So like I said, it's all about that. Yes, I am very fucking hungry. And in steps control when you've been sick for almost 2 fucking weeks. These bitches really tried it this time. Chapter 20, The Lands of Mars and Their Lost Civilization. I know y'all are like, for those who can remember, I can't wait to get to that part. And for those of you who watched the videos before, I appreciate you. Go back and watch them 20 more times, because this is what it's all about. And so I know some probably wondering, then how can we curse people if... Don't worry, I do the cursing. Y'all just fucking pay attention. These lands harbored a great variety of life. The vegetation was abundant, and it is the circle with the greatest variety of animals, flora and fauna known. So the land of Mars, we have Iria, human colony, and Eridania. Now we know that the land of Mars was a great place and continent and race of people who on the last few remnants of them before the custodians committed mass suicide. Its lands were considered one of the most fertile, and it was the first dome where the Anunnaki were able to penetrate and colonize. The original beings of Mars at the time of colliding with these beings resisted as best they could, but it would have been lethal. They were very proud beings and great defenders of life and their lands. They all perished in battle, and the last beings committed suicide when they saw that they were going to be part of a great colonizing race. They didn't want no parts of it. Knowing this sad story, their loss is regretted, since the true and real Martians were beings that based their technology on purely spiritual growth. Where they failed, to which they really didn't. You can succeed. The Anunnaki began to inhabit these lands and use them as, because you're 1,000 times stronger. The Anunnaki began to inhabit these lands and use them as a second home due to the proximity to their own. And then, with the passage of time and the treaty with the custodians, they began to use this circle as an experiment, gathering many races from different colonies, which we can still find today. The first humans sent there settled in Aria. That's why we call this place Arithio. An immense area provided with fertile land, but the conflict with other races that also lived there did not take long to arrive. While the custodians and Anunnaki enjoyed the spectacle on Mars, took place dantesque scenes in wars for territory. As time went by, the human colony settled on another island close to the lands of Aria because they lost territory. Of the last humanity, the first human to visit them was Richard Byrd in one of his expeditions crossing the South Pole. Obviously, he commanded and helped by his custodial leader, Nimrod, several soldiers of the U.S. Navy and some invited leaders of secret societies, and some of them famous politicians, managed to cross the passage that is known today with his name. In the central lands of Argia, there is a portal with a direct connection to the Anunnaki lands, established there at the beginning of colonization. And today it is a prosperous area and there are no major conflicts. And in fact, it is a land that some humans can visit as a reward for tasks performed for the custodians. It means betraying your own. It is known that some of them even stay there because they manage to rejuvenate their bodies and get to live long years compared to the known lands and the toxins existing in the polluted air they breathe. And we will pick up to later on, not tomorrow, in chapter 21, the last great plan. I think that y'all might find that interesting. This fucking weirdo. I like every time he shows up. Fucking punk ass, jaw-ball nigga. Sometimes I just want to run out and snatch him up. And show him what it looks like to be attacked by a wild fucking animal. Okay. Seriously. Okay, let's get a little bit of, I want to read some of this William Cooper, Behold the Pale Horse. Is that okay? Anyway, we're at the secret government, if you remember, right? And we last left off. Oh, excuse me. Behold the Pale Horse, William Cooper. For those who have the book, page 197, The Secret Government. When we last left off, we were discussing what, as far as the three occurred in foreign countries of those, one as far as UFOs, remember? In Norway, and last two were in Mexico, sightings of UFOs and existing intelligent assets. So let's carry on from there. An alien craft was found on February 13, 1948, Roswell, New Mexico. Is that possible? On a mesa near Arizona, Aztec, New Mexico. Another craft was located on March 25, 1948 in White Sands Proving Grounds. It was 100 feet in diameter. A total of 17 alien bodies were recovered from those two crafts. Does this sound like the Greys? Anyway, who are a manipulated bunch? Excuse me. From those two crafts, of even greater significance was the discovery of a large number of human body parts stored within both of these vehicles. Now listen again. It was 100 feet in diameter. That is the one that was found in White Sands Proving Grounds. It was 100 feet in diameter. A total of 17 alien bodies were recovered from those two crafts. Of even greater significance was the discovery of a large number of human body parts stored within both of those vehicles. A demon had reared its head, and paranoia quickly took hold of everyone then in the know. The secret lid immediately became a top secret lid and was screwed down tight. And the security blanketed was even tighter than that imposed on the Manhattan Project. In the coming years, these events were to become the most closely guarded secrets in the history of the world. Yes, human body parts. Old news for those who are in the know. A special group of America's top scientists were organized under the name Project Sign in December 1947. To study the phenomenon, the whole nasty business was contained. Project Sign evolved into Project Grudge in December 1948, a low-level collection of disinformation projects named Blue Book. As y'all know, disinformation is one of the biggest things going on, especially with this fake demic and the knuckleheads that buy into it. Was formed under Grudge. 16 volumes were to come out of Grudge. Blue teams were put together to recover the crash disk and dead or alive aliens. And the blue teams were later to evolve into alpha teams under the Project Pounce. Now, during these early years, the United States Air Force and the Central Intelligence agency to exercise complete control over the alien secret. In fact, the CIA was formed by presidential executive order first as the Central Intelligence Group for the express purpose of dealing with the alien presence. Later, the National Security Act was passed, and establishing it as the CIA, the National Security Council was established to oversee the intelligence community and especially the alien endeavor. A series of National Security Council memos and executive orders removed the CIA from the sole task of gathering foreign intelligence, and slowly but thoroughly legalized direct action in the form of covert activities at home and abroad. Now, on December 19, 1947, Truman approved issuance of NSC-4, entitled Coordination of Foreign Intelligence Information Measures. And at the urging of Secretaries Marshall, Forrestal, and we know what part, Patterson, and the Director of State Department's Policy Planning Staff, George Kennan, we know some of that Ashkenazi. The Foreign and Military Intelligence Book 1, the final report of the Select Committee to study governmental operations with respect to intelligence activities, United States Senate 94th Congress, second section, report number 94-755, April 26, 1976, pages 49 states, this directive empowered the Secretary of the States to coordinate overseas information activities designed to counter communism. Bullshit. Sorry. A top secret annex to NSC-4, NSC-4A, instructed the Director of Central Intelligence to undertake covert psychological activities in pursuit of the aims as set forth in NSC-4, And the initial authority given the CIA for covert operations under NSC-4A did not establish formal procedures for either coordinating or approving these operations. It simply directed the DCI to undertake covert actions and to ensure through liaison with state and defense that the resulting operations were consistent with American policies. Later, NSC 10-10/4/1 and NSC-10-4/2 were to supersede NSC-4 and NSC-4A and expand the covert abilities even further. And now the Office of Policy Coordination, OPC, was chartered to carry out an extended program of covert activities, NSC-10-4/1 and NSC-10-4/2, whatever, validated illegal and extraterrestrial practices and procedures as being agreeable to the intelligence community, and no holds were barred. Now, under NSC-10-4/1, an executive coordination group was established to review but not approve covert project proposals, and the ECJ was secretly tasked to coordinate the alien projects. NSC-10-4/1 and 4/2, if I remember right, were interpreted to mean that no one at the top wanted to know about anything until it was over and successful. Can you make this shit up? And we will read some more of this later as well. I'm feeling so fucking strong. It's fucking weird. And here we have it. Oh, we're going to read more. Oh, today is just a fucking day. Sit on my ass. I'm about to make some fat ass cinnamon pancakes with bananas and honey. And I'm about to fucking eat, y'all. And I haven't had my coconut water yet either, so. Oh, this is real honey, y'all. Real honey make your dick harder than a rock. Anyway, yes, women. So get the men's right, goddammit. Punk motherfucker. Sometimes I just want to grab a person by their throat and swing them around like a fucking rag. No, I don't advocate violence. I'm speaking out of context. Excuse me. Testosterone levels right now at fucking way high. Okay. I have to be mindful of that and remember that. No, I'm serious, y'all. Right now, my testosterone levels are fucking. I don't want to fucking. I can't explain it. Anyway, I appreciate y'all taking the time. And it's going to be all about reading. It always has been. But I had a period where people were asking questions, and I would talk to people and they would share. So I shared it on this platform thinking that YouTube wouldn't be as a bias, but we know that they're just the same idiots as TikTok, what's it up? Twitter, dumbheads, Facebook, and Instagram. They're all the same. And so, it's not my loss. It's theirs. If they were really smart, they would do otherwise, but they're not. All right. You're looking right at what I'm looking at. I can sense it. I'm serious. He is. Not even a lizard. Y'all think I'm playing, don't you? He's looking right at what I am looking at. Don't worry about all that. That's all you need to know. Yeah, I make his little blankets up, and that one, what's the name, stay down here? I gotta wash it. That's the one I have my brother staying on, and he sleeps on that too. So I guess he's got a fucking new blanket. No, the other one, he can't have that one, but he climbs up in the middle there, and I come looking for him, and he's curled up in the corner like he's made a pocket, and he sits in there. I'm gonna take a picture of him when he does it, and y'all gonna be like, man, Red. I'm like, yo, my cat gets covert and hidden like real quick. Yeah, I know, Papa. Good. You see that crow? You see what he's doing? You see that, Al? That's for me. Anyway, I gotta go outside. In the readings, oh yeah, I'm gonna read another new book. So I'm not gonna read all of it, not because they play a part. Okay. I know somebody was like, God damn it, he got by George. This is the one that this is the one Joe helped me buy. That's the one that I bought that I had. I didn't want to read it, but I says, no, I got you. I'm cross-referencing with this one. And there's so much that will be of assistance. And y'all will love it. Now, I read one little particular out of here. This is the one that hasn't had me stuck. Oh, I don't want to put doom and gloom on you, but I need to sign off. But you're going to love some of the shit in this book. Whether it's just fantasy, mythology, whatever it may be. Can it be applied? Of course. For Curran, preparing for one-site study of one of the deadliest eras of humanity's history was as simple in receiving inoculations against the disease of the 14th century and inventing an alibi for a woman traveling alone. For instructors in the 21st century, it meant painstaking calculations and careful monitoring of the rendezvous location where Kevin would be retired. This motherfucker is deep. You're gonna like this. Anyway, appreciate you guys coming on. Who all came in? Oh, what's going on, beloved? APJR, Exodus 3:14. Okay, what's going on, beloved? I like that. Herbo, salute. What's going on, brothers? Mikey Hill, beloved, what's going on? Rondo, popped up, nigga. What's up? Magic water. Yeah, he took that, man. He made a little hiding space. I didn't want to figure. I didn't want to disrupt it because it seemed fun. Neto, what's going on, beloved? What's going on, Mama Doc? Snoo, what's up, baby girl? Anyway, let me get off of here. We're gonna get some more reading. A lot of it in. That's what it's always been about. You know, these people think they're in control. They're not in control of shit. Hell, I can make them dance around panties right now if I wanted to. Anyway, see y'all here in a little bit. Remember, a nigga founded LA, just like they found in Michigan and everywhere else. They didn't really find it. They just went back to where they always were fucking been at. And some Mexican, I said, shut up, man. LA was founded by niggas. Whether you want to call them Mexican, whatever the fuck, even that's a made-up term. Just as I stated, Mexico City was an island, and people still having a hard time with that. I can't help it that foreigners don't know the truth of the fucking lands they're on. There are other few who do know. I think there's extermination going on the original people of the fucking land, but that's another story. Don't worry. It'll all come to an end in the head right the fuck here. Beloveds, y'all have a grand evening. My beloved sisters, my brothers, to our sisters, 2 and 1, because without them, you ain't shit, and without us, they're not protected. Y'all have a grand day, and I'll see y'all shortly.